Assalamu alaikum. Today is our online lecture 19 and we are going to start our new topic that is related to optics. So in this we will cover all the branches of optical physics, their industrial uses and all the technologies related to light or optical physics we will cover in our this topic. So let's start. First of all, let's start with the optical science. As most of the people in this world they use this optical science in the form of eyeglasses, telescopes, microscopes, lenses and other optical equipments. So in physics the term more broadly refer to the study of behavior of light and its interactions with matter, that is called optical physics or optical science. So this optical science have mainly three branches. The first one is geometrical optics, the second is physical optics and the third one is quantum optics. So in today's lecture we will study about geometrical optics, physical optics and quantum optics, their basics, their definitions, their a little bit applications. Then in the end we will study about the industrial use of optical physics or what type of technologies are used in the field of optics. So let's start with the geometrical optics. So what is geometrical optics? Light is postulated to travel along rays and the line segments which are straight in the free space optics or which are straight in free space but may change directions or even curves when encountering the matters. So whatever the refraction, I think you all study about refraction and reflection, these both things. So all these lies in the geometrical optics. So when we study about the geometrical optics, actually we are studying about the reflection and refraction of light. And where we use this type of optics, we use all these optics in every type of mirrors. You know, in our mountain areas, whenever we go on the highways, there are some type of round mirrors are there which help us to see the traffic coming from the other side of the road or the mountain. So these type of mirrors or reflectors, they are all manufactured with the principle of geometrical optics. So whenever we use mirror or reflectors, we always use the science or the rules of geometrical optics while manufacturing them. Second type is physical optics. In physics, physical optics or wave optics is a branch of optics that studies interference, diffraction, polarization and other phenomena for which the ray approximation of geometric optics is not valid. So whenever we talk about any type of lasers, any type of diffraction or polarization, so it is all depends upon the basis of physical optics. Why it is called physical optic? Because it lies on the physical or a physical medium or a physical layer. The third one is quantum optics. So what is quantum optics? Quantum study is basically the study of nucleus or on a nanoscale. So quantum optics, which is also called QO, is a field of research that uses semi-classical and quantum mechanical physics to investigate. Here, why it is called that quantum optics is a field of research? Because in previous branches, like in geometrical optics, directly what are we making or manufacturing? The glasses or the mirrors or reflectors. And same like in physical optics, light in the like optical fiber and other things. But quantum optics is not directly manufacturing anything, but it is used for the basis or for the research purposes to develop something more useful. Because when you will do something research on the nucleus, then this means you are working on materials, you are working on some basis. And when you will work on materials in the physics, this means you are trying to develop something new. So that's why quantum optics is a field of research that uses semi-classical and quantum mechanical physics to investigate phenomena involving light and its interaction with the matters at submicroscopic level. In other words, it is quantum mechanics applied to photons or light. So whenever someone wants to invent something, invent a new material, invent some new light device, invent some new light communication equipment, they have to do research on photons, because photons and light, and that is called quantum optics. So now we study all these three things. And what was the common thing in all? In geometric physics, when the glasses are manufactured, how they reflect, how they give us image, the only thing that matters is light. Now comes in the physical optics. We did diffraction and polarization. How? With the help of light. Third, in quantum we do research and investigation on photons. What is that? That is light. So all the common thing in the optical physics and their branches, that is geometrical physics, physical optics and quantum optics, all these things, there is a common thing, that is light. So what is light? Something that makes vision possible, because when there is no light, all it's dark and we can't see anything. That's why light is something that makes vision possible. Secondly, electromagnetic radiation of any wavelength that travel in the vacuum with a speed of 186,281 miles, or you can say 300,000 kilometer per second. Electromagnetic radiation. Last time we studied about the electromagnetic spectrum. So there was a specific spectrum for the light. So anything that lies in the electromagnetic radiation or spectrum and its speed in the vacuum is 300,000 kilometer per second, that is light. Light travel almost 1,000,000 times faster than the sound, and there are thousands of practical examples. Like on highways, we can't hear the sound of the horn or can't hear the sound of the vehicle at night from the far distance, but we can see the light of that coming vehicle. We can't hear the aeroplane noise, but we can see the light from far distance that some plane is approaching to the runway. And more about things like in thunderstorms, we can see the light of the lightning in the rain first, and then after some time we will hear the voice or loudness of the thunder. So that all proves that light travels almost 1,000,000 times faster than sound. Now we talk about the sources of light, how these lights are formed. So basically there are two objects, or you can say two types of objects or two sources. The first one is luminous objects and the second one is illuminated objects. So what is luminous objects? Luminous objects are those objects which emit lights from within. What this mean? This means that they are generating, or they are the source of the light. They are providing the light. And what are the examples of luminous objects? Sun. Sun is giving light. Fires and flames, like candles or any type of fire which we turn on, that is luminous objects because they emit light from within. Third example is electric lights. Bulb. When we turn on the bulb, it gives us light. So that is a luminous object. That's why nowadays the electric bulbs or LEDs, their power are measured in luminous. So these are luminous objects. Now come towards the illuminated objects. So what are illuminated objects? Reflect externally supplied light. These are the objects which are not having their own light, but they are reflecting the lights of other light sources and providing light, energy or any type of output. Examples are moon. Moon don't have its own light, but it's actually reflecting the light of the sun to the earth. Same as the stars. Stars, they are reflecting the light of sun. Properties of light. What are the properties of light? Light travels almost unimaginably fast and far, because sound can be heard from a limited distance, but light is traveling with a in vacuum its speed is 300,000 and it can be observed or seen from a far distance. So that's why light travels almost unimaginably fast and far, because we can also see the star there who are millions of billions of kilometers away from the earth. Second is light carries energy and information. Now there are two things to be understand. Light carries energy and information. Energy we understand. Then what is the mean of information? How light is giving you information or carrying information? Energy in the form of whenever we turn on the heater, stove, any type of fire or even the bulbs, after some time you will feel that they are heated up and they are giving some type of energy or heat. Information is nowadays we all think that information is traveled by a wire or from a wireless communication, but actually the person Graham Bell, who invented the first phone or started the communication things, first of all he used light to transfer the voice. How he used light? You can go on internet and search for the Bell's first light phone or something, this equipment. So there is a equipment. He take the sunlight, modulate it, put the information inside, transmit it, then from the lens he again catch the light, demodulated it and demodulate the information. So light is not only used for carrying the energy, but light is also the source of carrying information. And in today's later lecture we will study how light carries the information. Now come the third one. Light bounces and bends when it comes in contact with objects. Lights always bounce back or reflect. Why? because light have different type of, one thing, you can say thing why the reflect is because of the material sometimes, but it bounce back and bends. And whenever a light is falls on an object, why we see the color of object? Because all the light will pass through it whenever, but the color of that object will be seen because light is having all 7 types of colors inside that, and whenever that color will fall on that, we can see that object. So light has color, obviously. Light has different intensities. It can be bright or dim. Of course, there are different types of lights which we will also study in when we will study about the light for the information. Now we study about the light for communication, and this will be our second part of the video, and we will let's end this video here.